Cell phones, please mute them or turn them off for the meeting.
Or turn your mic on.
There you go. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes.
I thought you were pointing.
Okay,
to
so
me.
your
I'm
cell
sorry.
phones will please mute them or turn them off for the meeting. Becky, you want to call the roll?
I sure will. Bob Olson, Tom Kitson,
Present.
Jack Scrogstead. Mike Copine,
Here.
Mike Zeman,
Here.
Jim Sheeline,
Here.
Tom Wilson, Nancy Naylor,
Present.
Dean Freer.
Here.
Okay, public, Andy, other than what's on the agenda, have you got anything you want to go over, you guys, or?
You just want to be here for the.
Okay. Okay, and you guys are all together? All right. Oh, you are with them also? Okay. No, we don't normally get 5 guys in the same subject. That's great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. Approval of minutes from the previous meeting. If there's no changes or corrections from the December 12th executive meeting, they'll stand as presented. Okay. Reports from committees. Claims Committee, Mike Zeman.
Thank you. Claims Committee met twice, once on December 18th, 9 o'clock in the room next door. We 73 claims we went through that day, all forwarded to the county board. Next meeting, January 8th, 9 a.m. We went through 55 claims. And that's pretty much my report.
Okay, any questions for Jack? I'm sorry, for Mike, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Jack next. Apologies. Thank you, Mike. County Services, Jack Scrogstead. Jack, are you there? You're muted.
He's trying to unmute.
Okay, now can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. So County Services met Tuesday. All our information is in the packet for you guys, all some of the county reports, county leadership reports are in the packet. The one thing I want to point out is we're going to be sending to the county board. I don't know if Alice is there or not, but she can kind of explain a little bit more about a decommission of Maple Solar when it comes to the putting down for funds for decommission. She seems to be okay with defaulting on that and giving them a line of credit of some sort. Again, she can explain a little bit more of that. It looks like she is there if she has an opportunity to explain that. But other than that, that's the only thing I'd like to have her default to.
Okay, are there any other questions for Jack before we go to Alice? Okay, thanks, Jack. Alice, you want to take that?
So under the ordinance under which Maple Road Solar special use permit was approved, in it, it states that they are required to post financial surety for decommissioning in the form of a cash escrow. Our ordinance does allow you as a county board to override that essentially and allow for an alternative form of financial surety. So they were present on Tuesday. They are seeking to post a letter of credit as opposed to the escrow. And so I'm going to work on a resolution to send to the board for that.
Okay, so right now, this is just information for us that you're working on and they've asked for that.
It
We're
will
not
come
taking
to,
any
it
action.
will come to you guys this month. Essentially, it will be a resolution in which the county board would grant them the ability to have a letter of credit as opposed to cash escrow. It would require that they post it prior to the issuance of a building permit. And we would ask for a nominal administration fee. Currently, we charge $55 per megawatt on other energy projects to administer to the letter of credit. So we would be asking for something similar, much smaller project, but it would be something to offset that cost.
So this will be on the agenda for next week for the county board.
Correct.
Okay, do we need to take any action on that to get it there, or are we going to automatically move it from executive? Do we have to? Okay, all right. I hadn't looked down that far, sorry. Okay, thanks, Alice. Any questions?
Yeah, Tom? Tom,
Yep, go ahead, Jim.
just want to ask Alice a question. The letter of credit is going to be consistent with a precedent that we do with the windmill, the wind projects, letter of credit that we changed that policy a number of years ago. But it'll be the same language and same parameters.
Essentially, yes. It'll be a little bit different because this ordinance specifically states what type of alternative they can pursue. The language in the wind ordinances previously weren't as detailed, but essentially we are following that same process.
Okay, I just
have
wanted to
done
make
this-
sure that if we were setting a different precedent, that we
No.
better, have really good explanation for that. So,
No,
okay,
we have done this, I want to say Shady Oaks 2 was probably the most recent project that we have entered into a resolution with an alternative financial surety.
thank you.
Okay, any other questions or concerns? All right, thank you, Alice. Thanks, Jack. Public safety, Mike Copine, please.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Public Safety met last Tuesday also, and just to simplify things, the respective reports from department heads are on file and available. That's all I have to report.
Thank you, Mike. Any questions for Mike? Okay, facilities and maintenance, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We met Monday. For the most part, it was Eric was going over some of the things that his department's been working on. We got the 5 garage doors installed over in the storage areas over in the old LEC and a new roof put on. So that facility is coming along really well. We got some work done to our plow trucks with strobes and what have you that needed to be done. We have a new hire, another new hire, and then sounds like Dick Capacious is going to be in April is going to be retiring. So we haven't looked into seeing if we're going to replace another person or not, but we've got a really good group of people in there right now. And Eric's pretty happy with it. That's my report. And the only other thing I wanted to do is I forgot to say something to Charlie this morning in our first meeting is congratulations on that lawsuit with down there on Route 30. I heard we won that lawsuit.
Oh yeah, I've got some handouts for you too, if
Do
you'd like
you?
to see the orders.
Yeah, so we that was a big win for the county last, and I didn't get to say congratulations this morning.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. But that's all I got.
All right,
Mr.
thanks,
Chairman.
Tom. Any questions? Thanks, Tom. You guys are doing a great job with that building. It's good to
Thank
see
you.
it happening after we talked about
Yeah.
it. Finance Committee, Jim Sheeline.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finance Committee met this morning at 9 o'clock, pretty light schedule. The financials are in your pocket. The only thing I'd say about the financials is, with only having 1 month out, it's hard to see any trends, but there are some different items that we had anticipated being down that are coming in a little light in December. So we'll be keeping an eye on that as time goes forward, make sure that we make budget. The only other thing that was presented at the Finance Committee was the treasurer is looking to change the IMRF contribution and that methodology. It was just kind of a heads up that this was something that second floor was taking a look at, and he's going to have more details and a better presentation for us next month. So that's all. So nothing to add to the agenda. There was no Joseph E. Meyer resolutions, nothing put on the agenda. So that's all I've got, Mr. Chairman. Thanks.
Any questions for Jim? Thank you, Jim.
Yep.
We have the sheriff's report is in the packet. Clay, unless there's anything you want to add to that, okay. Thank you very much. Administrator's report, Jeremy, you got for the committee?
Yeah, just quickly, would have been informing all the committees throughout the week with the BEAD program, with the Illinois Office of Broadband. With their planning and processes, Lee County has been noted as pretty much one of the number one priorities, actually is the number one priority in the state of Illinois, with 8,300 underserved or unserved households throughout the county. So that puts us in a prime spot to attract the over $1 billion that the state of Illinois has for broadband infrastructure funds. We are working with 4 different internet service providers to plan on our broadband infrastructure planning throughout the county to make sure that we're trying to get as much access to folks that are unserved or underserved as possible. So that's pretty exciting. There's 3 waves of this process. Wave 1 starts at the end of this month. Then it'll continue on throughout this year into the summer season. So I'll keep you informed as that moves along. We are about less than 15 days away from submitting our RAISE planning grant to the federal government for our multi-use pathway from the city of Dixon to Sauk Valley Community College. We're in partnerships with the RMTD as well as Sauk Valley Community College and Black Hawk Hills Regional Council in the process of this application, and pretty excited about what this looks like. This is our 4th iteration of that, so we've been able to really work through this narrative and the merit criteria, and hopefully we have a successful application this submittal process. Other than that, we had to date over 100 candidates that had submitted for our HR coordinator position, which is a new position within the county. We, as of January 10th, had started reviewing those candidates and will start looking towards a 2-phase interview process for these candidates in the next coming weeks.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Any questions for Jeremy? Okay, unfinished business, we have none. Under new business, we have ABC ordinances for amending ordinance number 12-15-001, an ordinance amending the boundaries of the Lee County Enterprise Zone. Andy, do you guys want to take that and then we'll go to conversation, please?
Yeah, you bet. Okay, sounds like this is working. Yeah, so we've got 3 amendments we asked to be on the county board agenda for the Leogal Enterprise Zone. 3 different projects to discuss. I'll just give you a brief rundown on all those, but the first one is one you're familiar with, board action recently for a project called Fun on 52. Same investor is doing something else at the gate of Woodhaven that I think didn't need zoning action. So there's 2 separate pieces to that project that's happening down by Amboy and Sublette. So that's the first amendment. The second is for an industrial project outside Oregon. That is HA International. They're in that sand mine area, and they use sands as a raw material in their manufacturing process there. So an expansion there that's happening at that industrial facility happening. And then the third one is actually why I have several guests here with me. They're from Constellation Energy, representing the Byron Clean Energy Center. That is doing a substantial expansion there of their facility. And maybe it's not as visible, but it is a big upgrade to their megawatts output that will occur over a several-year project. And actually would like to invite Ryan Tozer to speak about that briefly to you about what that's about.
Well, thank you. Good morning. My name is Ryan Tozer. I'm the manager of local government affairs for the Byron Clean Energy Center. I'm joined with our plant manager, Shane Harvey, and our project manager, Bob Bullock. And so we have a major upgrade that we're planning. We term it uprates. And we're going to be installing 6 low pressure turbines and 2 high pressure turbines. And then we're going to do some electrical upgrades. And so we're asking for your support of amendment number 18. If you have any questions, our project manager and our plant manager are well versed in it, and we're happy to answer those here for you in committee and also during the board hearing.
Okay. We usually don't have projects of this scale. You know, the numbers are quite large, and the impact is, you know, to the really the entire PJM grid all the way to the East Coast. You know, usually we're, you know, creating 20 jobs here locally, but this is a substantial piece of the energy markets, you know, probably affecting dozens of states overall. So happy to work with this project and help them out as well, because our connections to the plant there are deep in this community, even lot of jobs up there. And so, yeah, glad to help them out as well. But yeah, so the enterprise zone asks for all three of those to be moved forward, and we'll be
And they-
applying over the next few months to the state of Illinois. We hope to have that approved if all goes well, early summer for all three of those.
Okay. And those are on the county board agenda for Thursday. Is there any questions in the group here today for that? Assuming you guys will be there Thursday night for questions from the full board. Okay. Seems I figured you were, but I just thought I'd ask, so. Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it. And we'll get further with that. The truth in taxation per diem. We discussed this last month and we couldn't do anything with it because it wasn't on the agenda. But if you remember, we had two meetings the same night. One of them was like 15 minutes and the suggestion was that we not pay the per diem for that. But we do need a motion to put that on the agenda and that we motion that we don't pay that per diem.
I'll move.
Mr. Wilson and Ms. Naylor. Any further discussion about it? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Are you coming over?
Voting.
Okay. What? You say something other to vote? Jack? Okay. Motion carries. And that incidentally has already been put in place for as we approve the per diem, so we would have to change it. Thank you. Teamsters Local 722, collective bargaining agreement. This item's on the agenda. It's just for information. Yep, nothing. Okay, appointments. A resolution appointment of Chase Sellers and reappointment of Henry Orzik on the Compton Community Fire Protection District. We need a motion. Move the resolution appointing these two people to the full board. Mr. Friel, Mr. Zeman. Okay, any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I said aye.
Okay. Motion.
Good job,
Thank you.
Jack.
Good
Jack,
job,
Really
Jack.
good job, Jack.
Motion carries.
I don't know if I'm coming in late or not. I don't know.
A little early. You're good.
You're good. You're there. That's. Raffle report. There's one raffle, Lee County FOP 220 raffle report. Motion to put this raffle report on file with the county. Ms. Naylor, Mr. Wilson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Review of per diem for the county board December meetings for February payout from information only. But it does show that we do not have the one on there we talked about. Executive session. There are motions or things to discuss in executive session. So we need a motion to go into executive.
I'll move.
Mr. Friel, Ms. Naylor. Roll call vote.
I got a question. Could we like bypass it so Deb can be filled in on the agenda?
You know what? Mike, that's great.
Can you do that? I don't know.
Any reason we can't do that?
Otherwise, you'd have to come back.
Then you can be done and be out, okay?
Okay. Do we need
So,
We can't.
I'm just discussing it right now.
well, we have a motion. We
We
just
have a
vote the motion down, correct? Oh, this,
Yeah.
because that executive session
Anyway.
could be
So
back on the agenda.
to make it easier, I withdraw my,
Request.
Deb can leave and then come back. Yeah.
Sorry. No, it's fine. That's a good point.
You can
That's a
sit
good
in
point.
Bob's
That's-
office. You have to go back downstairs.
Huh?
Can't.
Roll call.
We go into executive.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta do.
You
Okay,
let her do
so
her job.
Bob Olson, Tom Kitson,
Yes.
Jack Skrockstead,
Yes.
Mike Copine,
Yes.
Mike Zeman,
Yes.
Jim Sheeline,
Yes.
Tom Wilson,
Yes.
Nancy Naylor. Yes. Dean Freeland.
Yes.
How do we
Then take them offline.
want executive with those guys? Yeah,
We need to call in on phone or something.
oh,
Jack and Jim, you're gonna have to call in and not be on speakerphone.
Okay.
Okay,
Thanks.
what's the number?
well, one of you can call my phone.
And I'll call
Yeah,
Wilson.
could just call one, somebody needs to call, maybe Nancy, someone call Kitson and we'll get you on.
Just go to bingo.
All right,
Joe.
I'll call Jeremy.
Jim, you ought to call.
Who do you want me to call? There we go. Okay. Yep, I'm on.
Yeah. Roll call.
You gotta get these back.
No,
You
that's
don't, you don't need this though.
Everybody?
Yep.
Call. All right, Bob Olson, Tom Kitson,
Yes.
Jack Scroggstead,
Yes.
Mike Opine,
Yes.
Mike Zeman,
Yes.
Jim Sheeline,
Yes.
Tom Wilson,
Yeah.
Nancy Naylor.
Yes.
Dean Creel.
Yes. Second open session. We have a motion.
I'd like to make a motion that after the discussion with our state, July 11th, meeting minutes, November 14th, redacted, the other November 14th. Minutes.
I'll second. I'll second that.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Wilson, seconded by Ms. Naylor. Okay, any further discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Abstain.
Jack abstained.
Okay. All right, so now we can go over the agenda for the meeting. Okay, this will be the agenda for the county board. Make sure we all got it, agree how we're doing it. Deb has it where she needs it. Becky, stop us wherever we're wrong, okay? So we'll do the call to order, pledge of allegiance, invocation, roll call, board chair announcements, approval of board meetings, Joseph Meyer resolutions, okay, zoning and planning. Petitions going to the zoning board. There are two petitions. Petition number 25-P-1636. Farmers Market by Kevin and Shelley Rod on Shaw Road in West Brooklyn. Second was petition 25-P-1637. Farm Machinery Repair by Kevin and Shelley Rod as owners. 2506 Shaw Road, same place, West Brooklyn. Two petitions going to the planning commission. Or, I'm sorry, petitions going to the planning commission. There's one petition, 25-PC-77. Lee County Engineer has filed with petitioner seeking to amend the text of Title 11, Subdivision, Flood Control, and Stormwater Management, Chapter 4, Stormwater Management of this Lee County Code of Ordinances. Petition coming from the Zoning Board of Appeals. We have one petition with a resolution. Petition number 24-P-1634 by Georgius Carnovus, owner of certain real property, 823 Sterling Road. Resolution of petition number 24-P-1634. There are no petitions coming from the Planning Commission. Petition to amend the financial surety of decommissioning Maple Road Solar, as Alice talked about. Administrator, monthly update and monthly board comments, public comment, county organization presentations. Tom Demmer be here. Reports of committees. Unfinished business. New business. Ordinance amendment, ordinance number 12-15-001. Ordinance amendments to the boundaries of Lee County Enterprise Zone. Amendment 16. And the same thing for amendment 17 and amendment 18. And those guys will be here to discuss that with everybody. Teamster Local 722, the clerk and the treasurer collective bargaining agreement. And we get to appointments. Resolution appointment of Chase Sellers, reappointment of Henry Orzik of the Compton Community Fire Protection District Board of Trustees. With executive session, we have nothing for it. Approval of county officers' reports and quarterly treasurer's report. Roll call approval of monthly revenue reports, claims paid, vacation and payroll. Approval of board member mileage and per diem. Adjournment, motion, approve proposed county board agenda. We'll need a motion for that.
Well, we needed a motion.
I'm sorry.
This is the motion
is
for
the
the
motion.
proposed agenda, so we do need a motion on this.
I'll move.
Okay, Ms. Naylor moves, Mr. Friel seconds.
And then before you do adjournment, so the per diem for the truth and taxation, was that taken care of here? We don't need to move it to county board, correct?
Well, we thought we had to move it to county board, so everybody had a chance to
Everybody
vote
has
on
a
it.
chance.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do want that on the agenda. then.
Yeah,
Okay, and I'll get with Deb to add that.
okay. Yeah,
Okay,
all right, so a motion for proposed county board agenda. We have the motion and a second. No discussion? All those in favor?
aye.
Opposed? Same sign, passes. Okay, is there anything else we've missed that's gonna be on the agenda for,
Well, the one thing that, never mind, we did do that for the
Well-
motion for the,
but does this, what we've just talked about has to go on, right, from executive?
no, for the
No.
minutes? No.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we're ready to adjourn?
Mhm.
Else?
Okay.
Okay, motion adjourned, Mr. Wilson, Mr. Friel. Thank you, everybody. Mr. Olson will be back next month, it'll go smoother. Doesn't matter though, Becky prepares the thing for us. We'll know.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you, Becky.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See ya.
All right, thanks, Jim. Be careful down there. Hey, you got a sweatshirt?
Yeah, actually do. It was cold this morning for here.
We heard 40 some degrees. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. Yeah, the lowest since I've been down was 41. Now, I did have a guy tell me that he claimed, I didn't see it myself, that there was a claim that there was snow in Fort Myers Beach. I can't hardly believe that, but it got chilly, no doubt about
Probably
it.
ash from somewhere.
Yeah,
Probably ash from California coming across.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, we'll see ya.